What's up, Soul Tribe? It's your girl Dominique with Empathic Guidance, and I'm back with another video for you guys today.
On horses made of sticks, he wore black and I wore white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang, he shot me down. Bang, bang.
Alright guys, so I decided to do another serious topic today, and I don't know why I keep choosing these serious topics, because y'all know your girl ain't really all that serious, right? But I just figure, serious topics have been coming up in recent conversations with people that I kind of vibe with on a close-knit level, like people that I am on the same frequency with or whatever. But so it encourages me, I guess you can say, to like look a little bit deeper into these certain scenarios or these certain type of things that we kind of touch on. It encourages me to look a little bit deeper into it. So I heard about psychic attacks maybe about a year ago. I think I heard about it first on, not sure of how many of my subscribers have a subscription with Veronica Ray on but on Intuitive Pathways. But she's a huge idol of mine, and she first touched bases about psychic attack. I don't want to say she first touched bases because, maybe she had her YouTube channel long before I became a subscriber and true fan of hers. So the first time I heard her touch bases about psychic attack was about a year and a half ago. And she touched briefly on it because she gives live readings to zodiac signs or different groups or whatever, what have you, or whatever. But she touched bases on it, and basically somehow psychic attack came up again in a conversation that I had with someone a couple of days ago. And it, like I said, it kind of encouraged me to look a little bit deeper into what exactly is psychic attack. Are there ways of preventing it? How does it happen? And what means do people have to use in order to attack the psyche? Because that's what that really is. A lot of us may hear psychic attack and be like, oh, well, I'm not susceptible, I'm not a psychic. But it's not only about the psychics, like clairvoyant people, but it's an attack to the psyche. So just about anybody can be susceptible to psychic attack. But the only way that you can be susceptible to psychic attack is if you align yourself with that type of attack. Like, you have to match your frequency to that type of attack, as well as the person that's trying to send out these negative vibes, because that's exactly what it is. Like, a lot of people will associate psychic attack with voodoo, witchcraft, hexes, curses, just spells, black magic. But that's not necessarily so. You don't have to be an alchemist or a shaman or a black witch or any of that in order to send out psychic attack. You literally just have to set your thoughts and intentions in a negative way to a specific person or certain aspects to that person's life. So that's all it takes to actually psychically attack someone's psyche. So basically, I do have a list, but the list is just to name some symptoms that you may be experiencing if somebody has sent you out such profuse, like, literally these people have this, the attacker has to be concentrating so heavily on wishing bad on you or sending you negative vibes, thoughts, intentions, in order for this to actually reach you. And again, you have to be in, your vibration has to be aligned with that. So we're going to talk a little bit more about how your frequency can be aligned with such experiences a little bit later on in the video, but I'm just going to name some examples of symptoms that you may experience if you have a psychic attack on you. Frightening nightmares, seeing your attacker in your dreams, meditations, thoughts, suddenly out of character, acting devilish, just acting not like how they would be acting if you guys were awake, because most of the time this is somebody that you actually know. A lack of clarity and analytical abilities suddenly and without explanation. A feeling of being drained. Icy cold feeling in certain areas of your body, if not all over your body. You will hear voices, strange reoccurring accidents or incidents, being uncomfortable or afraid in certain areas of your home, feeling a sense that someone is like touching you or near you or in your presence, and when you turn around there's no one there. Sudden depression without explanation, ongoing bad luck, disturbing visions or hallucinations, fear and sorrow, thoughts of your attacker creeping into your mind, feeling watched. Awareness is like the first thing that you can do to start to diffuse the effects of these types of attacks. Like, that's the first step to diffusing it, period. Like, giving it less power. Like, being aware that somebody is sending you negative vibes, going off your intuition, that you feel this, you know, this, basically the indication, the inclination, and even if it was just from the list that I gave you, being aware of it, like, okay, yeah, I felt like that, you know, I feel that type of fakeness around me, like frenemies, like jealous coworkers, jealous family members, like they are the type of people that would normally subject this type of thing onto you. And honestly, it's people that's like jealous of you, feel threatened by you, they feel powerless when you're around. You basically threaten like their self-esteem or whatever with your presence. So basically those are just some of the reasons and some of the things that would make somebody want a psychic attack, you know, put a psychic attack on you. So like I said, being aware of it takes away a lot of a significant amount of the power away from it, but also not being afraid of it, like basically, because if you like have this fear or feed into it with paranoia and stuff like that, or just let it turn your world upside down, then basically you feeding it power, and you yourself are also manifesting the outcome of people's negative wishes to continue. So you have to be a little bit more aware, you have to be a little bit more than just aware when it comes to the fact that you have a psychic attack on you, or that someone has a psychic attack on you. You actually need to have an understanding as to why your attacker will want to do something like this, as well as why your vibration is lining up with such an experience. So basically, psychic attack has to do with the out of alignment state of the attacker, as well as the person that is susceptible to the attack. So again, like I said, you have to kind of gauge why in the hell are you lining up with this. And I don't take this with judgment, because I definitely have had multiple roots put on me, and you know, obviously I was aligning myself with that, and you know, learning this, researching psychic attack, period, and coming across the fact that, you know, the actual victim or whatever, the person that's the receiver of the attack, basically they make themselves susceptible to that with their mindset, with their perception, and with their lack of, how do I say this, like, I don't know, like they just have a trauma-based mindset and way of viewing things, which I was going to get into a little bit later. Oh yeah, and basically that's that would be the mindset of the attacker, as well as the person that's susceptible to receiving that attack. It says that the person is full of trauma, views the world through the eyes of trauma, and they have like basically a dog eat dog type of mentality, because they view the world as a battlefield, which makes perfect sense. Like, if you're always on guard, like eat or be eaten, then of course, you know, anybody that appears to be a little bit higher in status than you, or maybe stronger in one area than you, is going to make you feel threatened, because you have the lack mentality that it's only room for one person in an establishment or a community to be successful. So you're going to have that type of envious mindset, like, okay, it can only be one sheriff in town type, you know what I mean? But basically, like I said, if you feel yourself susceptible to this, one thing I mean that's off the records, just from my experience, as well as just, you know, me transitioning into spirituality and noticing what helps protect me from having these reoccurring attacks from different people around me that's jealous. I mean, a lot of people that resonate with me on a positive level, they'll say that 11:11 on the clock, guys, are on my side, because of course you guys have the intro on your side. But I find a lot of people envious of me, because from a positive standpoint, a lot of people notice that I have a positive light about myself, and though that may sit well with people that I'm on the same frequency with, people that I'm not, they find it very intimidating. So I have had a lot of things happen to me, a lot of negative energy sent my way, you know, because people don't like to see certain types of people in this world, which we can basically deem as evil people, don't like to see other people doing well. They want to be at the top of that, and they can't stand to see anybody else being the victor, even if it's just for a short time of celebrating someone else. They just feel that type of jealousy, like they should always be the one getting recognition. So, I mean, that's I would consider that a character flaw for sure. There's no telling if the way that person was raised has something to do with that or not. But at the end of the day, you should not want to attack the psyche of another person because they have strengths that you don't, or vice versa, because you're not looking at it from the right perception. If they have strengths that's your weakness, then there's a great chance that you have strengths that's their weakness. And that's what you should be looking at, instead of looking at other people's lives with envy and wanting to destroy, whether it be their financial life, their stability, their home life, their love life. You should not want to bend the wheel and or demolish somebody else's life with magic, with ill intentions, with bad thoughts, with sending negative energy their way. It's just better ways to be successful, and the best way, and I've talked about this in one of my other videos, which was Law of Attraction, Positive Vibes Only, and you can find that in my video queue, so check that out. But basically, the fastest way to success is to wish success on others. 333, but well, actually it was 1333, but you know what I mean. But that's the best way to success. What you give to the universe, you get back. So if you wishing ill on people, then that's what you're going to get in return. It's either people in your life that's going to wish ill on you, or you're going to get that ill intent as a boomerang effect back into your life. So I advise you people to start viewing things from a more positive standpoint. Start to be more grateful for what it is that you have, and stop looking at other people's lives as being better than you just because it's different than you. So, and you know, with that type of mindset, you will draw a lot more positivity into your life. So basically, if anybody had any questions about psychic attacks, And if they're susceptible, or if they have experienced it in the past, or if they are currently experiencing it, I hope this video helped you out. If this is your first time viewing a video on empathic guidance, welcome, thank you very much, and I hope you decide to click that subscription button and stick around for a little while. And welcome to the Soul Tribe. And for my reoccurring Soul Tribe members, thank you so very much for hanging in there with your girl, Dominique. And I hope to see you guys on the next video.